What was your first offseason at UCLA like in terms of what you worked on compared to maybe what you worked on coming in your first year?
Oh yeah, just really just getting acclimated, getting comfortable with how they do things here in the winter, and then getting ready for spring ball. I know last year coming in as a freshman, or really being in high school, I didn't know what to do, I didn't know what to work on and stuff like that. So, and then when I got here, right before fall, I would always just go over to like the intramural fields. Like I wasn't comfortable being out here. Like I didn't know if I was like that was my place to be or whatever. So just being comfortable, just being out here and just knowing that this is my team now and stuff like that. So
what do you think you've improved on the most in the off season?
I'd say really just getting comfortable with the guys. I mean, last year you'd see me just sitting by myself, or just kind of I'd say what's up, or I wouldn't talk to anybody really, and just kind of stay low key. But now I'm more acclimated to the guys. I'm more used to the guys. I'm always in the O-line room. I'm always talking to everybody now, and I always hang out with everybody. So
is that helping the leadership out?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I said, I wouldn't say I'm the leader on the team, but I'm one of the leaders. And so just being able to have the aspect where I have that comfortable feeling with the guys, so I can tell them, hey, you need to pick this up or whatever that may be. So
when did that start for you, do you think?
I'd probably say right after the season. I kind of just I knew I needed to take that step. Just coming off the season we had, I knew I needed to take that step just to get to know the guys better. Because in return that helps them trust me more. And then really want to play for me. Like I get in the huddle now, and everybody's all eyes are on me and stuff. Everybody's focused, paying attention and stuff like that. So it really helped a lot.
How did you get?
Why was it that like you were a bit more like low key coming in?
I think just being a freshman, you don't want to be that guy that sticks his neck out at the wrong time or whatever. Somebody's having a bad day. Like you just don't feel comfortable doing that, even though you have to. It was just something like you don't feel comfortable doing. And so, yeah, I mean, it's something you had to do, but it's like something like, do I do it or do I not? Is it the right time? Like, yeah, you just don't feel comfortable with it. So.
How did you process last season? Becoming the starter when you're not the starter, and you're like, all right, I have to be the guy going in the off season. And as a freshman, how do you kind of process it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it was a tough year, most definitely. But it was a much needed year, and I think God has everything for a reason. So, with that being said, it definitely helped me. From last year to now, I went through a lot of mistakes that I now going into this year won't make, or will be aware of. So, yeah, but definitely last year helped out a lot. Just being thrown into the fire, and just really just learning on the fly, really. So, yeah, it helped out a lot.
What would you say is the main thing you learned? If you had, I know you probably learned a lot, but what was one big takeaway? Was it the speed of the game? Was it just what would you say with that?
Really just knowing where to go with the ball and having your feet timed up with your eyes. I'd say last year, just since I was thrown into the fire, literally, I was very antsy and just all over the place in the pocket. When I had my O-line was perfect last year, I would say. Like they gave me plenty of time, and there was just times that I would move a little far right and I would get myself sacked, or I would throw myself off. Like it was. I pretty much put all season on me. Like just. Me not having my feet right, me not having my eyes to the right spot and stuff like that, which is where I think I've grown a lot from this year now, just being in practice. Everything just feels a lot more comfortable. It's a new year in the system, and so everything just feels a lot more comfortable where I have my eyes on my feet. So.
Wilton's gone. Do you feel like the starting quarterback position is kind of yours for the taking?
I mean, it's a give and take, I'd say, because I'm the only guy with experience on the team, but yet. Coach Bible and Coach Kelly have also preached to me that it's an open competition. With AB and Chase and Josiah, they all give me good competition. They all push me every day. So I still have that look over my shoulder factor on me, but I mean, in the end, I know like I'm taking the first team reps. I got to get comfortable with my guys and stuff like that. So.
What was with the number change?
I don't know. I mean, with the new rule of special teams, you can't have two guys on the field with the same number and stuff like that. They kind of had a little something to play into it, but also just, it's one. Who wouldn't want to walk around? So, yeah.
You had to wait for Soso to give it up, right?
Oh, yeah. So, I'm glad I made it, though.
As one of the leaders, how have you kind of helped this team put last year away and kind of move forward this spring?
I would say, I mean, it comes from all the guys like Chris, Josh, Darnay. I really look to all of them for support and just to that's who I look up to on the team. So whenever we're doing something, I always look to them first and kind of get that kind of clarification, so to say. And then after that, I mean, it's really they really push the team, and the team as a whole really pushes this off season and pushes the spring ball and stuff like that. Like, it's not just one person pushing everything; it's the whole team moving as one. So.
I know it's only been a couple of practices, we've only seen a little bit, but does it feel like you guys have a little bit of momentum, even coming off of last year?
Oh yeah.
It seems like you guys get more comfortable.
Oh yeah. I mean, and that a lot of it has to do with being a full year in the system. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's comfortable with each other. Just like I said, going in the O-line room this year, like I see those guys. They're really connecting as one. They're really talking and really getting out and getting to know each other as people instead of just football players. And I think that's really the biggest thing. It's just getting to know your guys. And so I think everybody's real comfortable with each other and also real comfortable with the playbook, which helps a lot too. So.
When you said that you used to go to the IM field instead of come out here, would you just go out and do your individual workouts on the IM field? Like, what were you doing over there?
Just, I'd take like the lawn or Martell or Kaz or whatever and just go out and throw and stuff. Just working on just little stuff like routes and stuff like that. So nothing too major. But I've always loved to just throw the football around. So if I get bored, that's what I go do. So instead of coming out here and throwing, I just went over there. So. Yeah.
So now you're coming out here and doing it?
Oh yeah. From as soon as they said we have winter workouts or whatever, I got all the receivers in the group chat, and from then on we've been just throwing every day. Really for the whole winter we do pretty much every day or every other day. And then now it's spring ball's here, we get to throw pretty much every day too. So yeah.
Some of your teammates are saying you're starting to get onto them more and feeling more comfortable as a leader. Does it feel weird sometimes? Like, all right, I can yell at this guy.
I mean, no, not really. I mean, it just kind of flows. It's kind of natural, and I think that's what's most authentic about it, and that's why they kind of gravitate towards it more, just because it's authentic and it feels comfortable. And so, like I said, like these guys know I have their back. They know, or I know they have my back and stuff like that. So it's just a give and take type of deal too. So.